Good morning. Here with us, we have our mayor of the city with us. We have Commander Gully, who commands the 5th District, Major Cezanne, Regional Commander for State Police, Colleen Costanza, from Crime Stoppers. U.S. Marshals are with us this morning. Just to give you an update, on Friday night, as we know, Travis Boyes was arrested for aggravated battery of a female where he shot a .38 caliber weapon. He was arrested for that violation. He was then transported to the 5th District Police Station for questioning. Night watch officers from the 5th District frisked Boyes for any weapons and then turned Boyes over to the day watch to transport him to Orleans Parish Prison. As you know, yesterday after 8 a.m., Boyes murdered Officer Daryle Holloway in the process of being transported to Orleans Parish Prison. During the course of this investigation, we recovered 2 guns. In addition to the officer's gun, which was not used, which was in his holster. One of the guns was a .38 caliber revolver, which was used in the original battery, which he was arrested for. And then there was a .40 caliber weapon, a Smith & Wesson, which was also recovered in a vehicle, which was believed to be used in this heinous crime. Now, how Boyes was able to retrieve this weapon is still under investigation. As you all know, this started a very large manhunt. We received tips from all across the metro area regarding this crime. At one point yesterday, officers located Boyes in a Dodge pickup truck, which was reported stolen. There was a sharp chase. U.S. Marshals and NOPD officers actually saw him and chased him. He then crashed that truck into a house located in the St. Roch community. They then pursued him on foot into the neighborhood. This morning, an NOPD task force officer actually saw Travis Boyes and apprehended him shortly before 9 a.m. near the corner of St. Claude and Forstall. He was attempting to board an RTA bus. He had busted handcuffs on him. As you know, this has closed out a nearly 24-hour manhunt supported by all of our partnering agencies. And so I want to give a personal thank you to the great work done by everybody who came to help us and offer support. Members of the West Bank Task Force, which is composed of Gretna Police, Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, Westwego Police. We had the St. Tammany Sheriff's Office with us with their K-9 unit, members of their SWAT team. We had the Housing Authority helping us. We had FBI helping us and ATF. U.S. Marshals and their entire SWAT team and all of their resources were with us all day and all night. And of course the Louisiana State Police led by Major Cezanne, who's with us right now. There were offers from all over the region offering to help us. Sheriffs from as far away as Baton Rouge, all across the state, were sending notice that they wanted to help and for us to ask them for any resources to help if we needed. But Boyes was brought to LSU Interim Hospital this morning by the Public Integrity Bureau, and he was believed to be dehydrated. When he is released, he's going to be transported to Central Lockup, where he will be charged with the murder of Police Officer Daryle Holloway, first-degree murder of a police officer, aggravated escape, and illegal possession of a firearm, in addition to the aggravated assault which he was originally arrested for. So just to inform you, we had members of the Independent Police Monitor's Office, as well as our Federal Consent Decree monitoring this entire process, and is still monitoring this entire process. And so as the chief, I want to take a moment just to thank the men and women of the New Orleans Police Department, of all the agencies that helped us yesterday, that are still helping us. All of our officers yesterday continued to work through the evening. They all showed up to work this morning, ready to work. So while they're grieving and while they're hurting, when I talked to the desk officer in the 5th District this morning, the night shift officer said everybody came to work last night. They told me everybody was there this morning. They were ready to work, ready to serve their community. I could not be more proud of the work they're doing right now. While they're healing and while they're grieving, they're still serving their community, because the work must go on. And I can't just thank them, but everybody who participated. I watched the marshals, the state police, St. Tammany. I watched them in the sun all day long looking for Boyes. I watched them go from neighborhood to neighborhood, and they never gave up. They're our brothers, and they served with us like brothers yesterday, and they're still serving with us like brothers now. So I want to give a special thank you to all of them. At this time, I'll turn it over to our mayor.
Good morning. Chief, thank you very much. I first want to express my deepest sympathies to Officer Holloway's family. I had an occasion to talk to his mother, Orlando, last night. The family is obviously grieving. We come to you today on Father's Day, a very bitter day for his 3 children, Dylan, Kayla, and Sydney, and to the entire Holloway family. I also want to speak to the men and women of NOPD and to all law enforcement in the community. They lost a brother yesterday, somebody who was doing his job, somebody that every day when he got up knew that he was laying his life on the line to protect the citizens of the city of New Orleans. And so, as the chief said, this is a very, very difficult time. Officer Holloway had been with us for 22 years. People knew him very, very well. He did tremendous work as a police officer, and he was doing that yesterday when his life was taken. This is a terrible, unspeakable tragedy for a city of New Orleans. I think that people would agree that we lost a hero, and it's going to take time for us to recover. When something happens like this, it puts a city in trauma. He was more than a great cop. He was a good man. He was a good father. Our hearts break for him and his children on Father's Day. And I just want to say that this was really a despicable and cowardly act by a young man who had lost his way many, many, many times and was thinking about himself and only himself. We talk a lot about this in this city, but when the police officers in this city and the community are together, we're unbeatable. We're one. So I want to be clear about this. When you kill a police officer in the line of duty, it is an attack on the entire community, personally and as a city. And that is not who we are in the city of New Orleans. It's a reminder every day of the sacrifice that police officers make when we hire them to protect and to serve us. And this department has really been working overtime to make sure that they do the right things for the right reasons under the right circumstances. And so my heart goes out, of course, to the Holloway family and to all of NOPD. I also want to thank all of our brother and sister agencies. You know, since we took office, we have made it really important that we all work together on federal, state, and local levels. Someday it's easier than others. This week was the hardest it gets. So I want to make sure that we thank all of our brother and sister agencies on the federal level, the state level, from the FBI, the DEA, the ATF, the U.S. Marshals, all of our surrounding parishes, all who went to the ball in a very aggressive way. And you've noticed this now about this new partnership that we have. When something happens in the city, all hands on deck, and everybody's moving fast and aggressively, and they're not stopping until they find a way to get the dangerous guys off of the street. So I want to thank them for their work. I am proud to say that we've arrested Travis Boys for this assault on our city. I just think it's important, though, that we stay focused on Daryle Holloway. When I was speaking to his mother last night, and I told her I was sure that we were going to catch him and catch him soon, she said, "Mr. Mayor, that's fine, and I'm sure he will pay his price and justice will be served." She said, "But I really want the focus to stay on my son. My son was a great man, and he was somebody that dedicated his life to the people of the city of New Orleans. And so I want to honor that today." Travis Boys was found. We knew we were going to get him. It was just a matter of time, and I think that you saw the tremendous work that the men and women from law enforcement did yesterday. But make no mistake about it, when you take the life of a police officer, you take the life of a community as well. And that's something that will not stand in the city of New Orleans. Not in the past, not now, not ever. And we are going to continue to work as hard as we can to make this city very safe. So I want to thank everybody who was involved in this, especially the arresting officers. And we will follow this thing through to this end, and justice will be done. Thank you so much.